Arnold, I guess probably a little bit bittersweet, right? I mean, a win is a win, but obviously nobody wants to win like that. But it's still a big victory for your career. So I guess, what's kind of the emotions for you right now?
Yeah, like you say, it's bittersweet. But the things were going right in the first round. Everything was going as I planned and as I had trained and as I had prepared. But yeah, that is what it is. It's the sport we're in. And hopefully his injury's not too bad and he heals up quick.
Overall, your experience this week, being in the main event and, all the added responsibilities and all that, I mean, I guess how did the whole week play out versus your expectations? Was anything challenging this week?
No, just keeping entertained. We've been here since, it's going to be the 10th day, I think. And I miss home. I want to go home. Vegas is fun, but it's a couple of days at best, I think.
It's true. But I guess stepping in there tonight, any different feel, any different nerves? I mean, I know you've been kind of slowly building towards this point, but was there any kind of a different feel or anything tonight?
No, not really. No, it just felt like another fight. It felt, normal.
Yeah. And as you said, things were going your way. It seemed like you were really gaining momentum late in the first round. I mean, was there anything that he did that surprised you or anything that, you weren't expecting in there tonight?
No. Like, it was, he's a tough guy, a very dangerous fighter, and he's had a lot of fights, so there's a lot of fights to watch, and, so you know what he does, and everything I thought he was going to do, he did,
Afterwards, you admitted you were kind of disappointed because how can you call for a title shot? I mean, was that the plan? I know you're not always the most outspoken guy, but did you want to tell Volkanovski, hey, let's do this after tonight?
Yeah, it was because obviously there was the injury with Yair and Brian, and then obviously Calvin, Emmett. It was like a real close decision. I wanted the performance to stand out, so I could actually ask, look, this deserves it more than that and that. But now I'm in the same boat, so. We might as well just all hang out together and talk about it.
It's kind of wild, right? Like now it justifies, I guess, him going up to 155. There's no argument.
Maybe I'll go up to 155 as well. This division sucks.
You mentioned maybe an interim belt, which could make sense, especially if he is fighting Islam. So do you have an opinion on who should be on the other side of that, whether it be Yair, whether it would be Emmett, or if there's another name? I mean, who do you think you should face for that?
I don't have an opinion on it. Like I said, it's so... everyone's getting dodgy wins and weird things, and it's hard to say who deserves it. So I don't know, whoever.
Last thing for me, as you said, it's kind of wild. I feel like we didn't get much resolution as far as things go. But I guess for you, if you don't know who's next, you don't even know what's next, but you know when is next. I mean, do you want to take some time off now, or would you prefer to stay busy and get yourself in a position? What's the plan, you think?
I'd like to enjoy Christmas a little bit. There's that March card in London, apparently. I don't know. If there's going to be a stadium happening, I don't know. But I don't know if that's happening. Is anyone enlighten me on that? He's shaking his head, so we're not getting a stadium? You know? He ain't sure. Okay. Yeah, no, we're no clearer.
Hey, Arnold. If you had a choice, would you fight Josh Emmett or would you rather fight Yair Rodriguez next?
Heads or tails, really. They're both dangerous in their own way. Both very different fighters. I don't care.
How did it feel to be active this year? It's the first time you fought twice since 2019. How does that feel?
I'm probably the most active fighter in the division right now, I think. Right? Surely. No one fights more than once a year. Right? Yeah. No, it feels good. No, it's definitely better than once. And after the Sadiq fight, I had issues with my hand. And then when I fought Dan, I had the same issues in both hands. And, I've got an MRI booked for this hand, so hopefully it's all right. But every time I sit there, I'm like, it's going to be all right. So I'll just, I won't say anything until I know it's all right.
Other than your injuries, is there a specific reason why you were only fighting once a year? Is it just kind of getting better since you are so young?
Yeah, so when I signed to the UFC, I was, not the year before, I had 6 fights one year, and I had a lot of fights, so I have 20 pro fights now, and I'm only 28, so I had a very active first part before the UFC. But I signed to the UFC at 21, and maybe I wasn't good enough for that step up, and I went out to TriStar and tried to get better under Faraz and improve my skills, and I think I've done that, and I'm just getting better and better. So the layoffs and time and injuries or whatever, it's kind of been a blessing in a way. Yeah.
So you would rather be fighting than
Yeah. You know, I'm like, even if I've got, you know, no hands, you know, I can't train, I'm training, I'm doing something, you know. You know, if I'm sick and I can't go to the gym, I'm watching tape and trying to get better. You know, when both my hands were messed up, I was training every day still. I just, you know, trying to protect my hands. But I'm always trying to get better.
And finally, for me, since Halloween's right around the corner, do you have a favorite horror movie?
No. Terminator. I like Terminator, the first one.
That's a horror movie.
Is that a horror movie? Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Congratulations.
No, I actually watched Dog Soldiers once when I was a kid. I don't know if anyone's ever seen that film, but it was like that haunted me for my whole life. It was like basically these soldiers go out to the woods and they turn into werewolves, and they haunt these people in like some house in the middle of England somewhere. And that was the scariest thing I've ever seen. I don't think I'll ever watch a horror film again.
So the end of that first round, when Kattar did that sort of awkward-looking jumping knee, there was that moment when eventually his knee kind of buckled and he went down, and there was a little hesitation for you. Was it because of the knee, the way you threw it was sort of awkward, or were you a little surprised that he actually fell down after that?
Yeah, I was just, you know, I thought for a second, oh, he was done, you know, and then he wasn't, and I was like, okay, he's tough as they come. As soon as I pounced him, he up-kicked me, and I was like, oh, I thought you were finished. Yeah, and then I got the choke on, and he fought all the way through it. So, and even in between rounds, there was a chance I thought maybe he wouldn't come out for the second round, and being the guy he is, of course he was. You know, it was stupid of me to think he wouldn't come out. But yeah, no, he's a tough guy.
Well, that's actually was going to be my second question. I was wondering if you guys had thought that, and do you allow yourself to worry about that, or do you have to just kind of clear your mind and don't think about that and just think that he's going to be coming back in fully ready to go?
Yeah, I was actually thinking he was going to come out and, you know, come out hard. His corner was saying I was going to, you know, thank you very much. Nice. I heard his corner shouting that I was going to come out hard to try and get him out of there because of the leg, but I was actually thinking the opposite. I thought he was going to come out hard, so I was planning to sort of observe, and you know, Fraz told me to have a look, sort of scope the injury out and see what was going on. It's hard to hold like that.
Well, that was last. Is that celebratory cake? What do we got up there?
I don't know. I think there's a birthday, Heidi's birthday. So
Oh,
get
there you
cake.
go. Well, we'll let you have your cake. Congrats on the victory.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Thanks, guys.